Hello and welcome to episode 46 of the Kicking Back podcast. Today I'm joined by the wonderful Hannah Ashcroft and Sam. Hello, chaps.
Hi.
Howdy.
How you doing?
Yeah, all right, thanks.
Thank you for coming on the show. I'm sure we'll have a delightful time here. And William Jacquet.
Hello.
Hi, mate.
Hey, man.
So, for the people at home that don't know, technically it's been a year since episode 1, and you were our first guest on episode 1, weren't you?
Yes, in such a long time it seems it's been.
Yes, but you're back
But in a new
in the new space.
in a new situation. It's very, very nice here. I very, very much like it. Big curtain.
Oh, the curtain's the best bit, isn't
You
it?
like the
I
curtain?
love the curtain.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't do without the curtain, you know. Has to be said.
I'm starting to feel the same way.
So, for the people at home that don't know who you are, Hannah, do you want to tell them who you are and what it is you do?
Yeah, I'm a singer-songwriter, I guess.
Yeah.
And a guitarist, and I sing a bit as well. Mainly play with Sam Quinn here, who is my co-writer and co-producer as well.
Sweet.
We kind of do like indie folk, but have experienced like outrage at calling myself either of those genres.
Outrage at yourself or outrage
No,
at the people?
Um,
Right, okay.
What's the cause of this outrage?
just like, oh, that's not folk, or
Mm-hmm.
you know,
That's not indie.
it's not trad.
But it's the easiest box to put yourself in for promotional reasons.
Yeah, I think so.
It's annoying that, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have to be in a box.
One has to be in a box these days.
Bastards. Absolute
Bloody
bastards.
boxes.
So, how long have you been doing your stuff for then, Hannah?
Mainly for probably about 5-6 years.
Right, okay. Cool. And have you guys always worked together on that?
Yeah, pretty much.
Right, cool. So, I like to go back to the beginning of things and sort of get an idea of people's musical journey. We used that buzzword before, musical journey. So, did you grow up in like a musical house?
No, not really.
Okay. So, how did you come to do what you were doing?
I was pretty late to the game, I guess.
Right,
I
okay.
just started learning guitar when I was like 14, but only just because I thought it was cool.
Right.
Or made me look cool.
It is cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
It's pretty cool.
It's cool when you can actually play it. Yeah, so I started that. Didn't really take it very seriously until I came across like John Martin Solidaire.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
£3 bargain bin in HMV. Bought
Nice.
it, took it home, was just like,
That
I
was the
want to
one.
do that.
Yeah.
You don't get that with Spotify, do you?
You don't know. I miss
£3
those
bargain bin.
days. Yeah.
Yeah. One of the greatest albums of all time.
Arguably, yeah. I'd say
I
so.
absolutely love that album.
So was that kind of the start of you like sort of like starting doing like singing and that sort of thing and writing your own thing?
Yeah, kind of. I bought an acoustic after that.
Okay.
And then just started messing about with like open tunings and stuff.
Right, cool. And
What was it? Sorry,
No,
Brad.
go on.
What was it about that album that, I mean, what was there a specific tune? That album kind of ranges around from the title track to like crazier stuff like I'd Rather Be the Devil and all that kind of thing.
Just like all of it.
Yeah,
Just a
uh-huh.
bit of a cop out.
No.
Just like the way he plays, I just thought it was amazing.
Yeah.
And like kind of May You Never, like realizing that song was like maybe three chords or something. Like this like really incredibly sounding stuff, but turns out that it's quite simple, but it sounds like really intricate and
Yeah, I mean, that's the dream, isn't it? To write a song like that is kind of so accessible. Really, it is kind of an accessible song and a very nice message. But it's
Yeah.
kind of got undercurrents of danger, though, that song.
yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
What's the line? Like, I can't think of the line right now, but there is an undercurrent of like, I've done some bad things, but please stick by me for God's sake.
The barroom fight, isn't that like?
Yeah, the
Oh,
barroom
yeah.
fight.
Yeah.
And he's been in a few of them.
He definitely has, man. He's a bit rough around the edges, is our John, isn't he?
Oh, Johnny boy.
And such a like tragic like story. Do you know what I mean? Of
Lost a leg, didn't he?
Yeah, it's got a bit legless and yeah, not great really. But fucking hell, writes great music though.
Yeah, man.
My God. So, what were there? I always like refer to it as like people's like teenage tearaway albums. Like, what sort of thing were you listening to when you were like 14, 15 sort of age?
I found that I had like really good music taste in like year 6, and then it got worse
Oh right,
before it got
okay.
better again. So I was listening to like Beach Boys, Beatles in year 6, and then
Nice.
yeah, slowly just went to high school and got into Blink-182 and Guns N' Roses and really bad emo stuff.
What kind of emo stuff are we talking about?
Like Taking Back Sunday,
Oh yeah,
that kind of
yeah.
vibe.
Okay.
Did you go full in? Were you did you have the haircut and did you
I think I've still got the hair.
a
little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I was like well into like My Chemical Romance, for a while.
Yeah,
They,
man.
They really did it for me. I went
Yeah.
like, the full like eyeliner and everything.
What, pre-Black Parade? Or?
That's the
Well, I think I got in with them like at that point, and then
Okay,
sort
yeah.
of, and then I went back, and then but there's some good stuff on there, man.
Man, I remember when that album came out and people were like, this is like the greatest music of all time. Because it had, and that, I don't know if that remains to be the case, but it's got that, especially that title track, there is a distinct Bohemian Rhapsody, epic, long kind of thing about it that is
Yeah.
tremendously exciting.
Yeah,
Quite creative, really.
yeah, they were great, man. And like 30 Seconds to Mars, I was all over that shit as well.
Jared Leto, man.
He's a talented boy, isn't he? He does
He
a bit of
is.
everything, really, And
He
very
is.
handsome as well. Very handsome.
He's so gorgeous. He's so gorgeous. I feel like I'm the only person on the planet that hasn't seen this new House of Gucci film.
What is this? I don't even know what it
It's
is.
new. We were talking about Ridley Scott.
Yeah, the guy that I didn't know. Yeah.
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 Yeah, which blows my mind. But he's just brought out this new House of Gucci film, and he's apparently, because he goes full in Jared Leto, doesn't he? He's proper method, and he's like gone full. People have watched this movie and haven't actually realised it's him in the movie.
Whoa.
Which is quite cool, man.
Let's pull that up, James and George. Was it
Film's called House of
House of
Gucci, and get up Jared Leto, and then get up him as 30 Seconds to Mars when you see him in his gorgeous
This.
little stateness.
So what? Wait. So who's he playing in the film?
A Gucci man. I don't know. One of the
One of those Gucci men.
one of the fam.
Okay.
I don't know. Haven't seen it.
Okay.
So can't talk too much about it, to be honest.
You're just kind of guessing, really. Spittable at this point.
I just like him.
He's just so bloody gorgeous. Yeah, he was like one of them that I had him on my. I had like my bed, and there was like the wall opposite, and there was basically just caked with like Hayley Williams, and then there was
Yeah.
like just a little corner for Jared Leto, just because.
Yeah, love
he had
that.
to be in
That's
there.
classic. The posters on your. I mean, who did you have on your bedroom wall?
Wait, is that Jared Leto?
That's your man there. Look at that.
No way.
Look at that guy.
So for the people listening to the audio podcast, I'm basically looking at like an old, like semi-bald man with a mustache in a purple suit. Is that really him?
That's really him. He looks kind of lovely corduroy suit as well.
Yeah. It's,
And then this.
ah.
My God.
Literally, you would not even know that's the same person.
He gives you feels, doesn't he? Look at that wandering eye staring into the camera.
Oh, it is the eyes, isn't it? They really draw you in.
I'd have that on my bedroom
I
wall.
bet you.
Sorry, yeah. What
Crazy
did you
bastard.
did you have anything specific on your bedroom wall in these emo days?
Oh, I had like Led Zepp, Guns N' Roses.
Okay.
and drums,
Okay.
Which was a bit cooler.
A little bit cooler,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah. So obviously we go from our teenage terrible music. Did you come back from that at some point? And what sort of things did you sort of move on to?
Yeah, I think I bounced back.
Mm,
I
I hope so.
kind of went to college and discovered Radiohead. I think they just brought out In Rainbows.
Mm.
So got into that album and then started exploring like their back catalogue. And just like getting into people like St. Vincent as well.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
like kind of branching out and actually discovering things. Like just going to HMV and picking stuff up, which was really fun.
Those were the days, man. HMV, picking CDs.
Fop.
Fop.
You have fop down. You have got fop down
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Yeah.
innit?
Am I complete?
Do
Sorry.
they not have that in the Isle of Man?
No, I don't think they did, man. What's fop? Am I?
Fop was like HMV's smaller sister.
Oh right, okay. What, like just like a record store?
Yeah, with like that's where you get your posters and your badges.
Pretended they were a little independent vibe.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
HMV.
Okay.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it was a total mask. It was exactly the same thing.
Cheeky bastards.
I know.
No, we didn't have that. We didn't have that in the Isle of Man. I had to just go to HMV and hope that they had the right sort of poster in, or like, you know. Mine was just like get them out of Kerrang magazine and just, you know what I mean? So they're all like, you know.
Did you
shitty,
get
right?
Kerrang? Did you? You were a Kerrang?
Yeah, I wasn't an enemy guy.
I was. I was a well hipster indie kid. Mate.
Wow, look at you, mate.
I know.
Did you guys hit any of those magazines at a younger age?
I was just a total guitar nerd from the age of 12, so
Okay.
total guitar.
Yeah, yeah.
Slash and Jimi Hendrix on the wall.
Yeah.
Mom. It's good to look back on these things, you know. I just like think about the journey, like where we've come from, you know. I'm not ashamed of my past, I don't think. There's some
I am a bit.
a little bit. But it's, you know,
It's good that you're not. That's great.
No, you gotta embrace these things, man. You know.
I like the Isle of Man.
Have you been?
Been a couple of times.
It's alright, man.
What
It's
have you done over there?
Did a festival over there a few years ago.
okay.
Didn't something weird happen?
No, that was a previous time to other people. But that was dark.
What
Whoa,
happened? And
elaborate,
where?
please? Sam.
I don't think I can go into it.
Is it that bad?
Yeah,
I'll remind you, you know, we're not a family-friendly show, so you know.
it's not my story to tell.
Okay, okay. Whose
Can
story
you
is
use
it?
fake names?
Yeah, pseudonyms.
No.
So mysterious. Sam.
There was
Oh.
a floating body in the harbour.
Whoa!
No.
In the Isle of Man?
Yeah, I think in Douglas.
For the people that don't know, Douglas is like the main place, the place to be. It has about, I don't know, 20 people in it. It's absolutely rocking there.
El Capital.
Yeah. A body in wow.
A floating body.
Did you come across the body or did
No, it was when we were there. It was one of my bandmates. Last time he was there, I think.
Right, okay.
Previous band, previous incarnation. He was like, "Yeah, we had a dark time."
Holy fuck, man.
This is really taking a turn.
It has. Jesus. I don't know if I can go on after this. Fuck.
Back to Fop.
Garrett
The
Lee.
fuck, yeah. So, like, let's go.
I tried not to tell that story.
I know,
I
we
know.
forced it out of you. I'm
You
sorry.
warned us. I'm sorry that we had to go there, people. I was just curious.
Right.
So, like, Hannah, like, when you, like, first writing things, like, how different was that sound to, like, how you are now? Have you sort of expanded on what you've been doing? And
Yeah, it was kind of like mainly acoustic starting out, so like open tunings.
okay, yeah.
And yeah, just very stripped back. Like the first EP that we made in Melbourne, Australia, and we were just like going around busking. So
All
we were
right.
kind of like limited in the people that we knew and like the instruments that we had. So that was all pretty much like acoustic. And the one that's coming out kind of in a couple of months is much more just kind of like bandy
Yeah,
sounding.
yeah. And then, like, when you're doing, like, the live setup, you got a full band setup for that?
Yeah, we've currently got a 5-piece.
Oh, very nice. Who else have you got in your band? I know any of them.
So it varies depending who's
Who's free?
free.
Yeah.
At the moment, Sam, Dan Bieber on drums, Ben Wiltshire on bass, and we've just recruited Robin, who goes under Run Remedy.
Run Remedy. I keep
She's
seeing
in
her
on-
name around.
Yeah, so she's on strings and BBs, which is great.
Nice. Nice.
And Viva, and fantastic photographer as well. He took in some photos of my band.
Seen those photos?
Yeah,
There.
good photos.
Really good photos, yeah. He made us look really good.
That's very hard to do as well.
I know.
You lot, fucking hell, guys.
Us reprobates. He's great. Yeah, very talented guy. Great drummer.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's check him out, man. So, I was going to ask you guys about your writing process. Are you like a chords first kind of vibe, or lyrics, or what's the approach?
I'm usually like guitar part and then scat for a bit.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, yeah.
And then see what comes. But I've not really been able to write like that for a while. So I'm trying to do it like the other way around, just to mix things up a bit.
Okay. Are there any lyricists or people that you sort of look to in like a similar style? Or just make it up?
There's two lights. There's too many. I don't know. When I first started out, I guess it would be like Leonard Cohen, like quite like deep and dark.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But more recently, just kind of much more, I don't know, maybe accessible. kind
Okay.
of, but still good.
Who comes under that?
Accessible
Headline.
but still good.
I think like maybe like Courtney Barnett
Yeah.
is great,
Yeah.
and just like her way with words, I think is
More
That-
straightforward storytelling.
yeah. Like there's a narrative and there's a storytelling element, but it's not as
It's still quite conversational,
Dramatic,
that kind
yeah.
of thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Not as
Yeah.
flowery. I know what you mean.
yeah.
Yeah. That album, is it Courtney Barnett and Kurt Vile? There's an album, it's like a chair or something on the front of it. That album's fucking great. Have you
I don't know that one. I like those individuals very much.
Can you pull that up, chaps? Just put in Courtney Barnett and Kurt Vile, because I'd like to know. But yeah, I listened to that like a few months ago.
Yeah, he was in
Banging, man.
the War on Drugs
Early on, yeah.
early on, Kurt Vile.
That is a band I've never listened to, The War on Drugs.
Isn't the War on Drugs one of those bands that you're like constantly surrounded by, but you never actually listen to them?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't even know what they sound like. I feel like
Good, probably. I don't know.
they sound good. What an apt description.
But you know what I mean?
Have you listened to them? Do you guys know War on Drugs? I'm not a fucking clue, man.
I listened to a podcast that they were on. The main writer was on a couple of weeks ago, and that's the little clips he played then was the only.
Right, okay.
At the minute, it sounds like they're trying to do a lot of like 80s guitars. They're like
The 80s vibe is kind of like...
Boys of Summer esque
Right.
guitars. kind
Yeah.
of. There's a lot of that going on.
So, what have you guys got in the pipeline for the rest of... Well, not really the rest of the year. There's not how much left of that. The next few months, what's going
When's
on?
the Christmas song coming out?
Yeah.
Next year.
Yeah. Maybe I'll need at least 2 years to write it, I think.
Yeah, right at this Christmas.
Procrastination and stuff.
What have we got coming up?
We have an EP coming out in February.
What is the name of that EP?
It's
Anna?
called Husk,
Nice.
and it's out on vinyl, which is quite exciting.
Ooh.
But I'm hoping that it arrives on time.
Apparently, there's a big problem with getting vinyls. I keep talking to people and they just can't get it through. Is that a problem with the plant that produces the vinyl, or?
I've heard that he made so many of the new Adele vinyl, it halted a lot of smaller artists from making theirs.
So selfish.
Fucking bitch.
That might
God damn it.
that might just be hearsay.
It's probably not, though. It's probably true.
I
You
also
got the
heard
inside
that
information.
about the ABBA album, though.
The
Yeah.
ABBA album. Ed Sheeran's got an album out, hasn't he? Probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which will sound so much better on vinyl, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's made for
Have you
vinyl.
heard that new
stuff.
album, man? It's well rubbish.
I've not listened to Ed Sheeran since he was doing just his little plucky thing when he was like 15 or something. Is it
It
bad?
makes me angry, this guy. It's fair enough. You know, I don't want to get into it. It annoys me.
Look, the man.
He's creating.
He-
God bless him.
He is, and you know what?
Creating rubbish music.
Yeah, and it fucking sells, man. He knows how to sell a.
But then look, I mean, I have listened to a bit of this Adele album, and some of the stuff's great. There's like 3 or 4 songs that are like 6 minutes long. It's like proper. It's good, and she is great. I'm getting really worked up about this.
You're so passionate about Adele.
I heard
man.
she's got like a 12-minute song that she's going to release.
Really,
Try and get like the longest #1
really,
ever.
and you
passionate.
know that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Did you listen to the Dylan? What was that song he released last year?
Oh yeah.
What's that song called? James, what's that song called? The really long Dylan one, Murder Most Foul. It's called. It's like 25 minutes long,
Oh, I don't know that track,
and
man.
it is cool. I mean, it's Dylan, so of course it's cool, but it's like, it's a proper story. Speaking of like doing a story, this guy can keep you hooked for 25 minutes on one song.
Is he still like, has he still got it?
Yes,
Really?
yeah.
Oh,
He's
fair
on
play.
tour. The Never Ending Tour is back. He's had this tour called the Never Ending Tour since 1989 or something.
I did not know that.
That only took a break over the pandemic.
Fucking hell, man. Commitment.
I like him a bit better than Ed Sheeran. I don't know if that's
Just,
clear.
just a little bit. Just a little bit.
He's good.
Here's a question for you guys. What is the best live gig that you have been to?
Yes.
I went to Primavera a couple of years ago with some friends, and I just had like Bjork, Nick Cave, Niels Fram, and then Confidence Man,
Confidence, man.
which was just like really, like just a really perfect lineup. It's like
Who's Confidence Man?
um
The Australian.
I don't know. They're like a brother-sister duo.
Okay.
They make quite interesting music.
It's like fun,
Yeah.
dancey.
Okay. But with these other
Yeah.
3, it created a kind of perfect
Yeah,
lineup.
so like Nick was like, you joined a cult.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, he does that.
and then we just went and lay on a hill and listened to like Niels Fram play 30 pianos, which was really nice. And then we just like went to Confidence Man, which was just silly.
Mm.
But it was just like a really nice mixture of vibes.
Sounds delightful.
In Spain.
In Spain, yeah.
That's nice too.
Well,
yeah.
Catalonia if we're going to be.
Oh, yeah, let's not get political.
What about you, Sam? What would you say? Would you say the same gig, or
I wasn't there.
you weren't there?
No.
Okay.
I saw. So I'm trying to think. Probably one of the times I've seen Radiohead,
Okay. Yeah.
or
Were you there at Old Trafford?
mm,
We
That
were both there.
That was a
weren't we?
good gig.
That was fun.
so I've seen that Glastonbury and Old Trafford. They did the cricket ground. I think just after In Rainbows. Might have been 2010 actually, 2009, around that time. That was
Wow.
if not that, what did I see? In one of the best sounding gigs was in Norway, this little like town festival,
Right.
and no, sounds great, but I can't remember the name of the band. Old German krautrock,
That's
Kraftwerk.
Kraftwerk, best sounding,
Kraftwerk. Okay.
best sound I've ever heard live.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
What? So what constituted that? Just clarity within instruments.
I think it was just small. It was like a. I think I saw him at Blue Dot a few years later, and the sound wasn't as good, wasn't as focused, wasn't as.
Right. Yeah.
But from the first note, it was hooked. And they had these like 3D glasses. for the visuals.
Nice.
It was special.
Wow.
That's not the one that you usually tell.
Is it not?
No.
What do I usually tell?
Shaggy.
Oh. Shaggy was pretty good at Glastonbury.
At Glasgow.
Yeah, on the Sunday afternoon.
Okay.
I was like, I was hanging around. I know a couple of Shaggy songs. Turns out I know them all.
Yeah, man.
I kind of thought with like Shaggy though, like I mean I could be wrong in saying this, but surely like for me anyway, like from what I've heard, it's just like each song is kind of very very similar to the last.
Oh,
at
you've
least-
got that so
Am
wrong,
I wrong
my
in saying
friend.
that? Because just like from what I can like recollect in my mind now, it seems like he does the same thing on every tune. Am I wrong in saying that? I don't know.
I can't tell you how wrong you are. Yeah.
Are you an avid Shaggy fan, William?
I love no. Yeah, he's great, man. It wasn't me. Shorty, you're my angel. You're my darling.
yeah,
Love
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
He also did an album.
With Sting.
Yeah.
What? You did an album with Sting?
Tiny Desk concert is worth a watch.
Oh.
Sting and Shaggy.
James, can you get their
Whoa.
cover art that we can see? I think it's pretty good. I'm being serious.
I didn't.
You've not heard that record, man.
No, man. Is it all right? Is it like?
No, it's
Because I feel like I saw a live thing of Sting recently. Oh my god!
Look at those two legends.
So for the people at home who are listening, it's Shaggy and Sting on
Look at their
motorbikes.
Look at their flags within the type of their name as well. That is so clever.
Oh. Did a 3-year-old make that artwork? Because that's amazing.
That's top shelf.
Is it a good album?
I don't think so. No.
You guys were like picking it all up.
I've not listened to it.
Okay. I'll put, I'm actually going to write it down on my to-do list.
I think you're right. I believe the NPR performance is something to see.
Okay.
I've watched
Okay. That's something to behold.
It really is.
But yeah, that Glastonbury gig was just pure entertainment.
Yeah.
He knew what he was there to do.
Okay. That's
He
fair.
did it.
Yeah. What about you, Will? What would you say your favourite gig you've been to?
I have some that are always stick in my head. I saw Bon Iver after he released his second album in 2011 at the Usher Hall in Edinburgh, which was just like biblical, man. It was amazing. Frightened Rabbit I saw a year before that after they'd released their second album, which was quite a similar situation. Radiohead at the Cricket Ground 2017, I think it was great because, they're one of my favourite bands, and I'd waited since In Rainbows came out to see that band, and finally it was there. And they played so many hits as well,
Yeah.
They gave the people what they really wanted.
It did, man.
Yeah. Do you guys have favourite places to play in the city here?
I was in, like, venue-wise,
Mm-hmm.
Deaf Institute's always nice.
Mm-hmm.
I played the Apollo once, which was
Wow.
Well, lordy.
that was very nice. From like I've been to so many gigs here.
Yeah.
I was like 13, 14. Might have been like saw the most gigs at that venue. That
Right, okay, yeah. Yeah, that's special.
be on stage like 10 years.
Who was that with?
So that was with the travelling band.
Yeah.
We were playing with Lissy as well, American artist.
Right. It was Harry Smith. Was he playing with you? Yeah, he's great.
Was he? I don't know if he was on that one.
And is Dan in that band as well?
No.
No, does he just hang around maybe?
We play with Joe from the travelling band.
Right.
A separate project called Later Youth. But yeah, I don't think Harry can make that one. Because actually we were supporting Jack Savaretti. It was Lissy supporting Jack Savaretti.
A Scot?
Is he?
I think he's an Italian Scot, much like Paolo.
Oh, yeah.
Plays on the Italian a lot more than the Scot.
Does he? I bet. Well, yeah. Wouldn't blame him, would you?
Very nice man. yeah, so that was very special to play.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, how about you?
Band on the Wall's great.
Oh, yeah.
I've not played like Deaf Institute as in my own right, but yeah, that's a nice venue. What's still open?
Good question.
Um,
I've always liked the Eagle Inn. I don't know why.
I
But-
think I've seen you play at the Eagle Inn actually
You
with
probably
Yeri.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's something
it's
about
nice,
that
place.
little venue that's, that's like one of my favourite gigs I ever went to was at the Eagle Inn. Was watching Viagra Boys, which like I'd never heard of them before. My mate couldn't go; he had 2 tickets, so I went with my mate Steve, and it fucking blew me away. Honestly, genuinely one of the best gigs I've ever been to. Like the singers, like, can you pull up Viagra Boys? Just a picture of them, just so we can get the vibe. If I was to describe the music, it would be like "fuck off." Do you know what I mean? It's just like that kind of attitude. But the singer's like this, just like tattooed, like beer-bellied guy with like sunglasses. Just didn't give a fuck. Just giving it attitude. I was just like, this is fucking amazing.
As soon as you
Uh,
said beer belly, I was instantly on his side.
Yeah, there was just something so magical about that beer belly. I just couldn't
Yeah,
stop staring.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Yeah, it was. They're definitely worth checking out if you haven't heard them. Man.
Viagra Boys. Okay, yeah, we'll do. I'll stick it on the list.
Do it, man. Do it. I mean, I don't know if we'll ever get this picture. Oh, have we got? Oh, well, he doesn't have his top off in there, so it doesn't really have the same effect.
Where are they
but
from?
They're from Stockholm, I think.
Okay. Is that a
yeah.
saxophone at the back?
Yeah. So one thing they do, which is really cool, is they kind of use the sax as more of like a percussive instrument than like it doesn't play like melodies and stuff. It's just like short, like stabby things. Like, I don't know. There's the way they like piece stuff together is really interesting.
Okay.
But it's just like, having it. You know what I mean?
Having it, man.
Having
There
it.
you are. Look at you, man. There.
There we go. So you can imagine, not knowing anything and seeing that, and they just they smashed it for like an hour and a half, and then just like that was that, and I was just like,
But was it like, what is it, punk or?
it's like
cheerful punk?
yeah, it's just like punk really, which is I don't normally like listen to that sort of thing, but this was just it just had something about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Check it out, man. Check it out. So, chaps, I think we've chatted enough shit, really, haven't we? I think, why don't you guys slip on over to the performance section and we'll hear some lovely music shortly. So, for the people at home, Hannah's going to be performing 3 tracks for us live in the studio. She's just going to go and get ready. Oh, we're on this camera over here. William, whilst I've got you here, and the people that don't know who you are, you're obviously the man in the old big sock, the big society.
Mm.
How's all that stuff going?
It's going very nice, thank you. Yeah.
What's been going on?
Well, what day is it today?
It's Tuesday.
Last week we had 2 gigs last week,
Oh,
which was
very
really nice, which is quite unusual. We got the nod from our booking agent to cover for this cover support for this band from New Zealand called 660.
All right.
Who were like massive in they play like 50,000. They played to 50,000 people in New Zealand. The other year. So, and they were doing Academy 2,
Right. Okay.
which was really good fun. And it was nice because it felt like a bit of a, we were trying to win over the crowd.
Yeah.
Through a combination of hit tunes and great pattern. And I think we did that, man.
Yeah, you rocked it.
If I say so myself.
Oh wow.
But it was really nice, and it was nice to, we had the whole in-ears in thing, and it was a really nice stage to play on. Went really well. And then on Wednesday we played in Liverpool at Leaf
Oh, was that with Sophie
supporting
Morgan?
Sophie Morgan, yeah, who Tom plays guitar for.
Yeah.
And I love playing at Leaf because we did that thing ages ago at the Leaf in Portland Street.
Yes, we did, didn't we?
Which was great fun. I don't think that's there anymore, is it?
Did not?
I think it isn't.
Oh.
Don't
true.
quote me on that, but I don't think it is. But I really like it's a really cool vibe, those venues. I think there's a few in Liverpool. So it was great. 2 gigs in 1 week after,
That's nice.
we haven't done that since our headline shows. And then we're just trying to get together our next single, which is basically finished. It just needs a bit of this thing.
Bit of sparkle.
Bit of sparkle.
Bit of sugar on the top.
Aye. And we're getting artwork for that, which looks cool, man. And then we're hopefully going away to France
Oh, right.
in
okay.
March to, I don't know if you know, Joe Wolf has got a studio.
Who's Joe Wolf?
He is a musician who was based, I think, he's a keyboardist. Really good musician, but he's got a studio in France, in like southwest France, I think. And we have booked to go over there to record some stuff, which is either going to be, which is probably going to be for a release in the summer. I think me and Harry were talking about it today. We quite like to have a sort of summer EP.
I feel like you guys, you're a summer band. Do you know
You
what I
think
mean?
so?
Yeah, festival, summer band.
We
like,
do-
You've got good vibes.
We have a lot of songs in the major key,
Which does help. It does help.
which helps with some good vibes. Yeah,
Yeah, man.
I'd like to write some frosty music at some point as well. This next single we've got coming out is
You've got quite a few like moody tunes.
a bit angsty.
Like,
yeah,
is it Bird or? Like,
yeah.
That's
mhm.
quite like tuny, isn't it, man?
All the songs I would like to think are sort of, a lot in the major key, but with a very big subtext of angst and
Yeah. What's this?
friction.
Oh, man.
Do you know what I mean? Though
I
no,
do,
but,
I do.
yeah. So it's all going great. How are you? You all right?
I'm good, man. Yeah. It's been busy with the podcast life, but I'm enjoying.
What number is this now?
This is. Are you talking to us, James? Oh, sorry. Are you guys ready? Oh,
I think
sorry.
they've been ready for about 25
We've
minutes.
just been chatting shit, man. No, I didn't hear you. No. I'm good though, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm enjoying this. This is episode 46. By the end of the year, we'll have done 50 episodes.
Yo,
Can you believe it,
That's
man?
huge.
I
That's a
know.
milestone.
It is a milestone. So we're just trying to book a big sexy artist for that episode, and then
Ooh, I'm looking forward to seeing who that is.
yeah, me too. Oh God! Right. Anyway, that's enough of that. We've wasted enough time. So, you're shortly going to hear some music from our guest today, Hannah Ashcroft. I hope you enjoy it. We're just going to be playing one of her little music videos now for you to get a bit of a vibe going on, and then we'll go into the performance. So we will see you shortly.
Young of mind and faint of heart, content to pick yourself apart. Another knock back from a job you didn't want. A dead bird in your front yard, and it's too far gone to figure out just what went wrong. And in this sad and sorry sequence of events, you're of little consequence. Constantly at odds, always knocking around in a state of disarray. Stare at the ground, try to hide my dismay. I'm in need of some direction. Were you looking for perfection? Everyone wants to go where you go. I follow in your shadow. Everyone wants to go where you go. I follow in your shadow. I follow in your shadow. Knocking around by the side of the stage, we're tightly bound, same book, different page. I'm in need of some direction. Were you looking for perfection? Everyone wants to go where you go. I follow in your shadow. Everyone wants to go where you go. I follow in your shadow. 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 I follow in your shadow.
All right.
Thanks. Oh, wait, that's not the right song. Sorry. This one's called Under the Static. I'm tired of people I live on middle ground.
washed up, drowned out. Here on the blind side, amid the panic, we're being led by force of habit. Behind the backlight, under the static, we shy away like frightened rabbits. Why live in fear? Why move against the grain? I try to speak, but you didn't know my name. Here on the blind side, we're being led by. Behind the backlight, we shy away like. Here on the blind side, amid the panic, we're being led by force of habit. Behind the backlight, under the static, we shy away like. We shy away like frightened rabbits.
So you may recognise this one. It was out last month, and you've just seen probably a bit most of the music video. Yeah, this is a more stripped back version. This is called Little Consequence.
Young of mind and faint of heart, content to pick yourself apart. Another knock back from a job you didn't want, a dead bed in your front yard, and it's too far gone to figure out just what went wrong. And in this sad and sorry
Online. And all the online things. But Bandcamp mainly. The new EP is available to pre-order now if you want to. That would be cool. Vinyl t-shirts, those kind of things.
Sweet. Awesome. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Hello, and welcome to the Kicking Butt Podcast. Enjoying what you see so far? Make sure you head over to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/recrooms, and hit that subscribe and bell button. We're putting out new live sessions and podcasts every week for you to discover new artists. If you're out and about, you can also subscribe and listen to all our podcasts in all good podcasting places. We've just opened our brand new merch store over at etsy.com. You can buy yourself some delightful Kicking Back Podcast t-shirts, jumpers, mugs, stickers, and much more. We're going to be keeping this store up to date with new merch all the time, so head on down to etsy.com/shop/recrooms to get yourself some sweet new threads. Anyway, that's enough from me. Time to get on with the show. See you in a sec. Up, we do now. Sorry for the people at home. That was a very unprofessional beginning.
James.
I blame James. I blame
Will.
Don't blame Will.
He always does.
So you just enjoyed a delightful performance from our guest today, Hannah Ashcroft. Well done, Hannah.
Yeah, lovely. Gorgeous.
It sounded delightful.
It was really, really lovely, yeah.
I mean, you had the magic in your ears, you see. I just heard it in the room, but it sounded fucking awesome in the room.
I had the
So.
whole thing, yeah. Lovely guitar playing as well. Lovely.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well done, everyone.
How did that tune come about?
Which one?
Little consequence.
The
first.
Shadow.
So I actually went on a songwriting residency with Beth Orton
Oh
a
wow.
couple of
Okay.
years ago. So it just kind of came from that, really. I'm not really sure how.
Was it? I mean, you said you mostly do melody first, is it, or chords first?
Yeah, like mainly a guitar part, but this one I had kind of intended to be like, you heard Neil Young "When the Morning Comes," and it's just like two lines
I
for
don't
like
know that one.
3 minutes. It's
Okay.
just like, and I was like, I'll just do this for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
They didn't really end like that.
You were talking about sort of simplifying things earlier on. I think you sort of, that's kind of a songwriting thing that you're trying to do.
Yeah, I mean that was kind of like written on piano, and I'm not a piano player at all.
Yeah.
So that's
Okay.
probably like one of the more that I kind of beat myself up about less because it was just written to
Oh, that's interesting.
like my ability on keys.
There is quite a few chords in it.
Yeah, there's like,
Says the guitar player.
I do know them all.
Just saying.
all the chords.
So what's the song about? That first one.
They didn't really like plan to be about anything, but at the kind of beginning of the residence, it was an all-female songwriting residency, and we
Okay.
kind of just sat around and talked about our experiences in the music industry. So it just kind of fell out by the end of the week, but I think maybe that was a big part of it.
Okay, cool.
I'm always interested as how those songwriting workshops work. You're good.
I know exactly what you're gonna say.
But I mean, what were the stages in this specific one? Is it that sort of oblique strategies kind of thing? Like you have these chords to work with. We want this subject. What are your thoughts?
Oh, it started off in C because just yeah.
The claw, as I like to call it. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that one was probably the least collaborative one that came out of it. But the first one that we did, it was just like me and another girl, and just like, right, 30 minutes, go.
Oh right.
We'll come back and share. So we managed.
Quite stressful, eh? Or was it okay?
It was okay actually. It was kind of less stressful because you just like, I've just got to do something.
Yeah.
And like you didn't think too much about it, but yeah, it was interesting.
Do you enjoy writing with other people as well?
Not usually.
No.
What about writing with Sam?
I'm never in the room.
Oh, you're never in the
I mean,
room.
there's one on the
Ah.
EP that we actually wrote in the same room.
Yeah, that was kind of one of the easiest songs to write. You know, and you just kind of like this song kind of unfolds
Mm-hmm.
in the moment.
Yeah.
Those are the best ones, aren't they?
It's true, man.
It just comes quickly.
Yeah, the rest of them. So you kind of initially come up with a part, and then they demo it or sing it, and then you might show it to me at some point.
Like 7 months later, maybe.
Pre-production and production is can be a long process of like demo, deciding on ideas, and then I might suggest some tweaks or production ideas, and then go away. And then playing it live, kind of, it's easier to make a decision once you played it live. It brings to light some weaknesses or strengths.
Yeah. It's that thing, isn't it? It's being able to make the call. Make the call when the song is, when you've captured the moment, let's say, and knowing when you're about to not capture the moment anymore. It's such a difficult thing to do. Do you not think?
Yeah.
Who has the final say, or is it Hannah? You've got the final say. Would you think?
I think I've got the final say, but Sam's quite good at just knowing what to do.
Fair.
If it's not going my way, I've got a good way of explaining the benefits of my way.
Yeah.
Very democratic of you. Nice.
But ultimately, it's Hannah's name on the CD, isn't it? Or vinyl.
Or vinyl, yeah.
Or MP3 download.
Whoa.
Yeah. I wanted to think of like a cool pseudonym to go under, but I couldn't, so.
Oh, yeah. Did you have any options?
No.
Not a single option.
Yeah. I was trying to think of something cool, and then went over to Australia and did a little tour with an Australian artist over there, and he was like, "What am I putting on the posters?" It's just like, oh, just put my name.
Yeah.
It's too late now.
Well, it's a very nice name.
It's a lovely name.
Very nice name.
So the second tune you played, remind me what the name of that one is.
Under the Static.
So tell me about that one.
That one is kind of about, I think I went through a period of being so anxious at social events that people wouldn't know who I was. And there'd be this really awkward moment of like, "Oh, have you met before?" And I'd go like, "Yes," and the other person would go, "No." But yeah, I was just like really not present at anything.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of about, I don't know, I guess like trying to be social in an uncomfortable situation.
Would you say you were better at that now?
A little bit.
You've worked on it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fair.
Did the song help?
I guess so. I think.
Kind of pieced it together for you. Gave you the message.
Yeah.
And how
That's
did
good.
Was that another one that sort of came together, or is that like a bit of a graft on that one?
That was a bit more of a graft.
That's got a full band on it on the recording, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't finish it for ages, but I actually used to just go into like a Radiohead song at the end, just because
Which
just to
one?
fill some time.
Which tune was it?
It's packed in a sardine.
Oh, bloody hell,
Yeah.
right, okay. That's serious stuff.
I don't think I ever saw you do that.
Oh, maybe I did it like twice.
What's the lyrics to that one?
I'm a reasonable man.
Oh, right, yeah. Get off my case.
Wow, that was beautiful, man.
And then, of course, we had the third tune, Little Consequence. Is that right? So what's that one about? And obviously people saw the a snippet of the music video before as well.
That is. I had a bit of a crisis and just started applying for office jobs.
Okay.
One of them was I went for an interview at a music school to be a receptionist. And I was quite nervous because I'd not had to interview for anything. Like I'd always just got like jobs from knowing people, or just
Yeah.
like friends of friends, or so I stupidly took some lorazepam before I went.
What's a Rosapalm?
Does that calm you down or rev you up?
Calm you down supposedly, but I think I was a bit too calm.
Really?
Out
What
of
happens?
It went really badly, and then they asked at the end like, "What music are you listening to?" Which didn't help the situation at all.
Why not?
I said I was like, "Oh, just listening to like local people at the moment," and kind of listed like a few of our friends, and then I said like BC Camplight, and then they were like,
All right, wow.
"No, we don't like him,"
What?
and that was how, or like, "Yeah, we're not a fan" or something, and that was how the interview ended.
That doesn't seem like it's totally your
not-
fault.
It's
that
not
that
really
happened.
an appropriate question, really. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Especially if you're going to go, oh, no, we don't like that.
yeah, you're not getting
Yeah,
the job.
it's a bit
That's
awkward.
wow.
But yeah, I got that rejection email while I was we had a little flat in Chiltern. And it was one of those old Victorian townhouses, so it had like a nice bay window at the front. So I was
Right.
just sat. I got that email come through to say that I hadn't got the job. And then this pigeon flew past the window and hit a telephone wire and just died.
Right in front, like, literally right in front of you.
me.
Thank you.
Thanks, love.
Anyone else want a beer? Sam? Beer? Hannah? do you-
Yeah, I'll have a bit.
They're twist
Um,
cap.
Lovely.
But yeah, that was like a 3-monthly cycle that I'd go through where I'd be like, I can't do a music career, and then try and get an office job and just tank the interviews.
So did the pigeon, what did that represent?
I was just like, oh, it's going to be one of those days.
Right, okay.
You didn't feel like you were like it was like a metaphor for you, like you were the pigeon or anything like
I
that.
guess in some sense, yeah.
Wow.
Bloody hell.
It was a painful death as well, Violet.
Yeah, I think we ran down with a tea towel, but it was like,
What did it like? Oh, better not get into it. Did it like struggle?
A little while.
Oh, you'd hope it would be a quick death.
For all of us.
Yeah, no one wants to see that, do they?
That's a song, isn't it?
Well, it is a song. No.
Yeah, I suppose so, yeah.
Man.
But the music video is quite cheery, isn't it?
yeah, that's kind of the point. I was like, oh, it's pretty dark song. So
Is that the one in the ball pit?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
I
cheery.
like that video. Who did you do that with?
So it was Rich Williams and Luca Rudlin.
Oh yeah.
People staring.
They're not people staring anymore.
Oh, they're not.
No.
My bad.
Right. It's a great video. If you didn't see it before, go and check it out on YouTube. It's delightful.
What? How do you speak to the ball pit people before and?
You need to know some people.
I bet.
Yeah, one of my family actually owns it.
No.
Whoa, what an end.
Ball pit fun on tap.
Yeah.
That sentence has never been said before, has it? Anyone?
Ball fit fun on tap.
Am I right, though?
That's so good. Well, you got to write that on the wall, I think, afterwards. I like that.
It's very cramped as an adult, I'll say that.
Is it?
It's
Yeah.
not as big as you remember.
Still fun, though.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So does that... Sorry.
No, go on, man.
I got
Go
one
on.
more question
Yeah, go
regarding
on.
ball pit.
Yeah.
Does that... Are you... Are you going to take over that business at some point?
What, like a family?
The family run business.
Yeah.
What do they call it? The family? Oh, the family business.
Yeah.
The family heirloom.
Don't know. I don't think so. There's no plans yet.
Maybe something to think about, though.
Yeah, if the music career doesn't go anywhere, it's your backup, isn't it?
Yeah, or both.
A little side business.
Little side.
Hustle.
Yep.
Didn't have anything to say there, did you?
No, I'm all out on that one.
Yeah,
That's fun, though.
that is
I
fun.
could probably ask 25 more questions.
I was going to just go back on a thing that you said there when you sort of in the depths of despair and wanting to not do the music thing anymore. And what do you do to sort of get yourself out of that space?
I think it just naturally
Happens.
happens.
Yeah.
You spend like a month applying for these jobs, and then you're just like, oh, I actually don't want to do this.
Yeah.
But it kind of comes in waves. Like it's kind of a bit of a constant thing. But it always kind of resolves itself for a little while.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like as musicians and creators, we're all very hypercritical of ourselves at times. Are you like that, Will? I can't imagine you being like that, actually, Will. You've always come across as very confidant.
Cocksure.
Cocksure! Yeah, why not, man?
No, I'm crumbling inside constantly.
I know, that's the thing. It's those the people you least expect. isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's real struggle.
Every day.
Every day. Yeah, I know, but I think you're right. It's annoying that way, though, that you can't judge when these things are going to happen. But
Yeah.
hopefully they do. Well, yeah, you just have to constantly deal with coming in and out of it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there's no easy answer really, unless you're really lucky with your mental health.
Yeah. I think the thing with being a musician is there's so many it's highs and then lows. Do you know what I mean? You get the exhilaration of doing fucking awesome gigs and then nothing happens. It's just this sort of
Absolutely, yeah.
seesaw of exhilaration and then nothing.
Yeah, and then combined with being self-employed,
Oh God. Ugh. Yeah.
that can be interesting.
It can.
That all kind of feeds into each other, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Always fun, though. Always
It's
fun.
fun.
Never a dull moment.
We all enjoy it. We all have a good time. Yeah, we all like our lives.
Yeah.
I enjoy music.
Yeah, man.
Mm.
I couldn't do anything. I couldn't be an office worker, man. No.
The old 9 to 5. What about if you were in one of them countries where it's 3 or 4 days a week?
Nah, I think there's just a thing of doing the same thing every day in the same place would just drive me fucking loopy, man. I just can't do it.
In an office, though.
Yeah, maybe if you're out and about and doing shit, but
Construction site.
a surveyor.
Ooh.
That's something a bit different every day.
That feels like you'd be in the office.
Well, maybe. I don't really know what
Yeah.
a surveyor does, to be honest. I'm just kind of just picturing it in my mind.
Surveys.
Just walk around buildings and go,
Yeah.
pretty good.
That's a good building. That's another good
Just
one.
knock on the side of it. Yeah. Surveying sounds like a great job.
Yeah, man. Maybe that's my
Gotta
true
sack all
calling.
this nonsense
Yeah,
off.
fuck this off, man. It's bullshit. What am I doing here? Nah. It's
My dad
Yeah.
was a surveyor.
was he?
Where's
Yeah.
he?
Yeah.
Were we right in saying the knocking on the building and stuff? That's the right vibe, isn't it?
Yeah.
I thought it was.
Did he ever speak to you about it? Did he have a good time?
Yeah, he had a great time.
Well, he was a DJ on
he
the
would-
side, though, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, the DJ side hustle.
Yeah.
I think
DJ Don.
DJ Don.
Good
man.
time and discos. That's what you've called.
Wow.
Good timing, like without the
Apostrophe.
G.
It's got to be, man. It's got to be that casual, isn't it? If it's good timing.
There'll be no good timing.
No.
That's not cool. You can't get away with that in Livingston.
No. You're bloody welcome. Well, we have taught some absolute shit on this podcast. I wonder if it's because you're here, Will. It's, you know, I'm
No.
enjoying it, though. It is fun. It is fun.
Yes.
So, is there anything you want to tell the people at home about things that are coming up? Where to look for your stuff online? What's your Instagram? All that sort of great stuff.
I think everything's just
Sorry,
at
Will,
Hannah
can you
Ashcroft.
Cool.
We've got a EP launch coming up on the 4th of March at the Eagle Inn. So yeah.
It's your favourite venue in
It
Manchester, isn't it?
is actually, Sam. You were listening. Well done. Well done. Who have you got playing with you? Do we know yet?
Sport-wise,
Yeah.
we've not decided.
Not decided yet.
Okay. You putting it on yourself? Self-produced?
With Hey Manchester,
Oh, nice. Nice. And the date of that again? March?
4th of March.
4th of March. And of course, your new EP is coming out on the 25th of February. And they can find that on all good streaming services, of course. Is there anything else you would like to tell our audience before we sign off on this banging podcast?
Go pre-order the album, EP,
Where can people do that?
Like manage expectations.
at the Bandcamp. At the Bandcamp.
The band.
Thebandcamp.com. It's on Bandcamp, isn't it?
It's on Bank.
Pre-order.
Yeah.
Awesome.
There we go.
Trying to think of something witty to say, but
And it's on vinyl, right?
it's on vinyl. Yeah.
Awesome. So
Nice.
go and do that, people.
Yeah.
If you enjoyed what you heard, you can hear some more of it on a vinyl record. Wouldn't that be nice?
Come on down here.
So I do have one more question for you chaps before we wrap this up. If you could sum this podcast up in 3 words, what would it be? And when I say this podcast, I mean this podcast that we have just done. Would you like me
Oh,
to,
this specific.
this
one.
specific one that we have just done?
You got 3 words?
No.
Go on, Sam.
It's bloody brilliant.
Oh, warms my cold,
That was
dead
a good
heart. That was great, man. What have you got, Will?
Keep on rocking. Good.
Yeah, that was great. That was
Okay.
really good.
Original thought.
Yeah, man. Hannah, have you got one for us?
I don't think I can confine it to 3 words.
You can do a hyphenated word if you'd like.
Okay.
We'll allow that.
Dead air. Dead air. Go on.
Buds in mugs.
Butts in mugs. I
I'll
like
say
it.
hi-oh. That was good.
Okay.
I'm going to say random Hannah goodness. Random Hannah goodness. So, thank you very much, chaps, for coming on today.
Thank you. For
It's
having me.
been very interesting.
It's been huge, isn't it?
Been some highs, some lows.
I've learnt a lot.
I've learned a lot as well. It's been educational. Well done, chaps.
Well done, you, Brad. Doing
Well
a
done.
stellar job.
Oh, well done, you, William.
No, come on. Well, yeah, I was
Thanks for
pretty
having
good.
us, everyone.
Hey, it's okay. It's been our pleasure. So, of course, these guys' live session is going to be coming out on Friday, so please go and check that out. This episode of the podcast will be out everywhere that you can fucking think of. Anywhere, it will be there. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, you name it. Subscribe to us on YouTube, please. We've done nearly 50 of these.
That's loads.
And, I say to people every time, and some people do, and a lot of people don't. And so, help a brother out. We do new artists every week, live sessions. We've got a new series coming in the week. We do mental health podcasts. We do everything. So come, join us. Thank you again to Hannah and Sam. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you, Will.
Thank
A
you.
year later, you're back. You did a stellar job.
Feels huge. Thank you very much.
It's
It's been a
okay.
pleasure.
Thank you very much to George at the back, and less so James because he cocked up the start of the second half, but you did an okay job.
Hey,
Whee! thank you all for listening at home. We will be back. We'll be back next week with the delightful Ollie West in the studio.
Oh, is Rizzoli coming on?
Yeah, man.
Good man.
It's going to be good. And we've got our Christmas episode coming up as well, which is going to be hilarious. We've got 8 different hosts from the entire year. We're going to be playing all sorts of silly games and doing lots of fun things. So keep an eye out for that in the week of Christmas. That's kind of all I've got left to say. So thank you for watching or listening wherever you are, and we'll see you all next week. Goodbye. Thank you for listening. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast to catch up on new episodes every week. Also, check us out on our Facebook and Instagram at Rec Rooms, where you can find out about our other exciting music series. We also have this and all our other episodes of the podcast up on our Rec Rooms YouTube channel for your viewing pleasure. See you next time.